Hello and welcome to a commentary of the Small Games Finals. I'm joined by Minionpawn.
Hello.
Alright, so the Small Games Final is a tournament for players up to a certain rating threshold. So they can be, so they can play in a tournament that is with against similarly rated opponents, similar skill, is the thought. And these two players have both reached the finals, which we'll play right now. Structure is alternating start. First your 3.5 game wins is the winner of the tournament. So let's see what this kingdom brings us. What are your initial thoughts?
Well, Masquerade's gonna be a must, but then there's multiple options here. Masquerade obviously is gonna help with draw plus trashing.
Yeah, it seems like up to the mid game, it's probably going to be the most important trashing. Like later, you also got Governor to remodel, but not really for thinning purposes. You want to get rid of the starter cards. And there's Festival for actions, possibly Patron if you can like collect some villagers without spending them, and then later you can like use them to play a bit more turn-offs than your deck would otherwise allow. Draw is Governor, Masquerade, and Swashbuckler as well, and you've got stockpile for a bunch of early payload and plus buy, and then after stockpile run you still have plus buy with Courtier or Festival. Although Courtier Werewolf is actually pretty good combo, and I neglected to mention Werewolf for draw. So
Werewolf is like the only 4 type, I think.
Could be very well be right. So pretty fast start for these players. So 6 started with Masquerade stockpile, while RainbowChalice elected to go for the Patron instead of the stockpile. After which 6 bought a second stockpile. RainbowChalice followed with 1, got a villager. And then the first Masquerade plays are happening right now. And already a Governor game.
Yeah. So I don't know if I like the Governor this early. It's hard to tell which 5 is best. I mean, it's got to be better than Swashbuckler early since you have no Festival, but Courtier could potentially be better. But
so how would you use Courtier in the early game? So like you only got a single one, so like as a gold gainer. I'm not sure if you want gold yet.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't, but I think I'd want to go for like 2 Masquerades to thin quickly. Stockpile can really elevate that econ early in order to get Festivals, Governors, Swashbucklers. I think eventually you transition to Courtier and Werewolf.
Right, so on the 5, you could like buy Masquerade Pawn instead of Governor perhaps, although the Pawn doesn't seem to be doing that much. It's a bit more flexibility, but no real like synergies or combos, it seems. So 3 more Governors, I think. 6 has 4 of the Governors right now. Yes, I'm pretty sure. Whilst RainbowChalice got a Werewolf. So I think this is a sign of like the early stockpiles that allowed 6 to gain a bunch of 5s this early.
Yeah, it certainly looks like they have invested more in stockpiles, and I do like that. I don't think the really attacking Governors this early is the best thing. I would, as I mentioned earlier, I would probably get a second Masquerade with Festivals and then kind of move on more to Governors. But if you have like a Courtier Werewolf thing going, you get your golds that way, and then you remodel with Governor in the later game. And you still have a bunch of econ from stockpiles and Festival and whatever.
Right. Yeah, I guess like Governor is like +3 draw, or like you spend 1 it's actually +2 draw, but your opponent also gets a draw. While Masquerade is just straight +1. Although of course Masquerade is terminal, but it does trash. So you're like, swapping out non-terminal for trashing. and of course being like too
Yeah.
cheaper. Like you probably don't
So
want to really use governor for a lot of draw because like, the other draw is better. So like festival, werewolf probably.
yeah, and swashbuckler, if you want to activate the coffers, or the treasure chest to get golds, then there's a few different ways to do that. You can courtier revealed patron for coffers in order to get your coffers totals up without having to play swashbuckler every time.
Right. And then
And
you just play swashbuckler once when you or like buy it
yeah,
when
and you
you're
can
close, and then you can hopefully try to proc it.
and you can also gain golds to your discard with courtier if you do that, or
Yeah.
governor can also gain gold. So it shouldn't be too hard to trigger swashbuckler if that would be something you'd want to do. I think
Right.
later in the game that would be nice because you want to be remodeling golds with governor.
Yeah. Although you might have plenty of golds even without swashbuckler, like with courtier and governors. There's a bunch of access to gold, but
That's what I'm saying. You could even like unintentionally activate swashbuckler if you do a bunch of courtier things, which I think I want to be doing.
right.
It does synergize really well with a few things here.
Yes,
I
let's
would
see.
probably like a festival for 6k and like a patron to kind of prevent any duds with masquerade or anything.
Right, so 6 has trashed 5 cards. So RainbowChalice has trashed 4 cards. I'm not sure when the silver was trashed, because these players are playing quite quickly and can't really keep up. But there's also Citygate in this kingdom, which usually like you usually have a spot to gain it without like giving up too much, and it's minor upside. It's not like the most powerful project, but usually helps your reliability by a bit. Takes you one deeper towards your festival, so you don't have a bunch of like just an opening hand with a bunch of dead draw. Here are probably, like as you mentioned, want to try to get second masquerade before Citygate. But they are not interested in that, it seems. So they province already. That seems early, especially
I don't think you want to be buying province at all in this game, even later in the game, unless you're winning, because there's so many. I mean, you can remodel golds, which is much better, and you want to be buying like festivals and swashbucklers or werewolves. And about Citygate, I was considering that earlier, but I feel like stockpile beats it out early, and then it's kind of hard to find a window where you could buy that instead of stockpile or masquerade. So it does seem like kind of a hard thing to make space for in this kingdom, but it does add like a little bit of reliability.
So 6 had the option there of denying their opponent the last stockpile, but they went for a 5 cost instead. I'm not sure whether any 5 like is worth your opponent not having 4 stockpiles. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, that might have been like a kind of a what's the word? Like just putting the opponent away by doing that, since RainbowChalice doesn't have much econ besides the stockpiles. So, I mean, that could have been kind of a knockout move.
So yeah, I think
this is a big turn.
Yeah, but like they also grant their opponents a big turn by
exactly
like drawing them 5 cards. So like RainbowChalice basically starts with a tactician in play, kind of.
Yeah.
So yeah, like these governors for draw. Yeah, now you draw first, and then you give them an opportunity to model. Usually, if you have governors and you want to spend one on remodel and the rest on draw, you usually want to remodel as quickly as possible, so your opponent doesn't get to draw a card that they like to remodel. So there's a small optimization there.
Mm-hmm.
So here a bunch of money for 6 here.
This is 20 with 6 buys. That doesn't pile anywhere.
No, so like 2 piles have run, but not. There's no close third pile.
I mean,
so depending on what you want to buy, you might just not spend all of your stockpiles. But I haven't really counted out what you would like to get here.
The benefit to spending the stockpiles is that you get to your governors faster, and then you can trash more with them. But this is not a good hand. This is why you want to trash more with Masquerade, because
these coppers get in the way.
Yeah, and then you don't have to play as many governors for draw, since that is the primary draw.
Right.
So that governor might have just saved a dud.
Yeah.
Probably did. That's why governors for draw are just not ideal.
You could also consider just like governor remodeling here for 6 on their next turn, having 7 coins then, which that's a bit just awkward, but.
I think RainbowChalice has to keep drawing and hope for the victory, because otherwise I think they're doomed if they don't draw on here. Trashing the copper, I don't think you can do that.
Right, just need. So they gain gold with governor, so they're definitely not going for the win here.
So if they would not have trashed copper and drawn on, they would have only needed 2 money with that governor draw, which is really likely to win.
Province, yeah. So they had 16 plus 6 is 22, yeah. Because they also have another werewolf in there, I think.
I think so.
So they're getting duchies not to lower the province pile.
Yeah,
I think you do need some more draw, maybe. But like, this was your stockpile turn, and now you don't have like the economy to afford
deck
this.
is just really bad now.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you can like take City Gate for the last 3 coins, but
yeah, that might make sense at this point. This would probably be the best time for that.
So yeah, 6 I think has 2 more stockpiles. I think they declined to spend all of them last turn. So I still have 1 in the deck and 1 in the current hand.
Yeah. I think this is in hand. Let me count here. There's, I think it's 1 money short.
So do you
all of the money right now?
Do you remodel and then try to draw with werewolf, or double remodel? This works, yeah.
You have so many governors.
Yeah, that's true. I think they had
likely to find the money
2 more
and
governors
the
in those 8 cards, so
yeah,
not 100% likely.
So,
but...
So that's why is RainbowChalice. You probably have to try and end the game on that turn, knowing that the opponent has like 8 governors or something, and a lot of golds to pretty easily win.
Yeah. Yeah, so more than half of the governors for 6, and I used that to turn it into a win. Alright, next kingdom. Alright, so Cathedral for trashing. Like no other trashing, but Cathedral is usually plenty. Usually do want some more gains though, so you don't have to like run into this problem of running out of trashable stuff and still having to trash. So as for actions, there's Farming Village as the only village, it seems. So I guess you can wave the turtle and magpie or market to like gain more actions on your next turn. And then there's gear for draw. Library for draw probably is not gonna do much. There is a livery though.
5-2 is a super sad open.
Yeah.
3-4 is the ideal open. Cathedral something.
Yeah, Chalice looking at Cathedral Freedom to get a whole bunch of silvers.
So is the idea behind Cathedral Fiat just go for big money and then try and just win out that way and not do any tech? Because that seems really slow compared to Cathedral trashing Magpie, livery, market.
Gear and livery also are pretty good, like big money enablers, but it seems like the pieces with the engine are here. So
Okay, I mean, I could see the Fiatum later on, but early it just seems like you probably want Magpie or gear more. I mean, I can see the rationale for Fiatum, but I personally would probably wait till later for that once you need more stuff to trash.
Yeah, because then you also had like at that point in the game, silvers might like not be great, so you can like just spend one buy to get 4 turns of trashing reprieve, perhaps. So I think as RainbowChalice, I'd still on turn 3 have bought Cathedral. Because now if you're just not trashing at all, then you're gonna fall behind because you're drawing drunk and your opponent is just doing everything the deck is capable of doing every turn. So I like liveries of 5, but
livery is great. I mean, farming village should be really important. You turtle a bunch of stuff. Oh, that could be pretty good, Shanahan. I don't know. Oh, okay. RainbowChalice is going for livery, Magpie money without trashing, so that just seems... It just doesn't seem like that's going to do very much. Livery and farming village market can really kick off VP and draw really fast.
For sure. As a general rule of thumb, trashing is pretty good. Yeah, last turn when they bought a gold, it could have gone Cathedral +4. Maybe another farming village. What do you think about Cardinal actually on this board? I guess there's market for plus buy, but like as soon as the Magpies run, which they are, then Cardinal can get in the way of the draw a bit of the engine, because there's no other non-terminal draw. Oh, right, because of the horses. Yeah, that's fair. Kind of forgot about that.
I think Cardinal could be, like, if you have an extra, if you don't quite hit 4 and you don't need another farming village, I would probably get one, but I wouldn't go out of my way to get Cardinals.
But at that point, maybe gear might be better if you're if you don't need farming village, as in you have enough terminal space, then gear might just be better.
Yeah, so I'm just saying if you have a bunch of overdraw, then you probably don't need gear. But if you have 2 gears or something, you can keep something bad to trash in all of your hands, which is really nice.
Right. That's also a good upside of gear. So yeah, 6 also gained their first livery last turn. So a lot of markets. It seems like more markets than you would need. I probably would have liked a livery slightly sooner. Cause I think you can
farming village.
Like if you're thin, you can probably play multiple liveries in a turn. Although like the draw is gonna be a bit tough. Yeah, Cathedral on turn. What was it? Turn 9. Wait, no.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I think they're kind of realizing that Cathedral's good. Maybe a little bit too late, though.
Yeah, I mean, better late than never, but I think it's still
Yeah.
better than not getting it at this juncture.
Probably. I mean, yeah, I guess just not gonna do
Yeah.
very much
Yeah.
since the best it does is trashing early.
Yeah, and like 6 doing a whole bunch of stuff every turn, it's gonna be tough to catch up to that. So I haven't been tracking Rainbow's deck. They might not. Oh, I guess if they do trigger the shuffle with the Magpie and the Farming Hill. Like otherwise your turn is also not doing very much. So yeah, you should probably just trigger. There's 2 buys with 8, so you can gain 2 horses if you buy 2 4s. But at that point you're not buying a second livery. But like maybe you can't afford livery yet. So Cardinal Farming Village for Rainbow there.
So excelling Market not to buy it was kind of strange because, like, in all likelihood, 6K will buy the last 2 markets to deny that market
perhaps.
and keep it in exile.
Although I think RainbowChalice already has 1 market, 2 markets. I'm not sure. I think 2 should be plenty. Like I don't think you need to 4th buy that much on this kingdom.
Well, I do think I want more liveries than just 1.
Yeah, that's for sure.
So not denying the markets, going for Cardinal, which seems just okay. I mean, there are some good targets, but
I think 6 should definitely get more farming villages because they're already running into terminal space issues. Now they've added 2 more terminals, but not any more villages. And they also bought a copper for Cathedral. But at that point, don't you just want Feed'em?
I think Feed'em is good at that point. Yeah, you can save it with gear. And I agree, Shanahan. I mean, livery's so much better than Cardinal, and I think you definitely want Farming Village over Cardinal because 6K does not have enough terminal space.
Yeah. As shown here. I guess they turtled a bunch of stuff which I missed actually. Oh, I guess only the Magpie and Gear was played normally, but so it actually increased their terminal space by 1 this turn? No, 2 because they don't have to terminal. I guess they will play all but 1 or 2 terminals, but still doesn't seem like good use of the terminal space for Cardinal if you can also get liveries.
I mean, you're not going to be able to play them really. Anyway, so it just seems really bad. So if this is 16, it wins it. Okay, you can empty estates now.
Right, so that's a win then. Oh no, it's not a win. Because it's only a second pile, but still. Probably exile
Magpie
gold
and Market
here.
are both empty.
Oh, Magpie, right, a cup. Right. Don't know how I missed that, but yeah. So this is a win in hand if they see it. Like I guess it's also, is it also a gear pile out with Cardinal? It's 18, right? So yeah.
It's a losing pile out.
Oh, right, because I thought they had 2 points to 0 for some reason. Not on my sharpest currently, apparently, but yeah, alright, they go for it and they see it, so that's up 2-0 for 6.
Yep, always satisfying to get that estate pile.
Yeah, for sure. It does require 8 clicks though, so like usually you want a pile out with less clicks required, but if it's the only one that works, then
more satisfying.
Can't argue with that. So good, they're making good pace. So let's see here what we have. I guess Son and Avanto is Son is the only trashing that actually decreases your deck size unless you're dismantling coppers, but that seems real slow. As for village effects, there's Port, and there's also Son Avanto chains. Tactician, possibly. Ironmonger can do village impression. And then for draw, Avanto seems to be the only draw unless you... Envoy, never mind. I'm just blind. So I think you should be able to build here. There's also scouting part in Quest, but I don't see Quest doing a whole lot here. There doesn't seem to be enough coin-based actions to double Tactician. Like only Peddler, it seems. There's also not too much plus buy for Peddler.
That is the only plus buy, and I don't know. I don't know if it's worth it or not. If you have enough peddlers, then you could make Tactician work, or if you have enough actions, you could buy a peddler on your tack turn.
Yeah, but then if you spend 8 turns, well, maybe slightly fewer, but like 8 turns to buy peddlers, and then you can I guess you will be able to 8 peddler Tactician every turn to province, but like before arriving at that point by trashing seems quite tough. I might have liked the Sauna Silver opening actually. What did they do? They opened Caravan Guard, Ironmonger, and Silver Sauna for Rainbow Chalice. So yeah, I don't really love Caravan Guard here. I think I'd rather just almost rather just take a silver. Like even
I would go Sauna Silver. I think the need for trashing is pretty high, and then maybe a dismantle later on for extra gains, because there's a lot of good stuff to gain with dismantle.
So even though Rainbow Chalice opened Sauna Silver, they haven't been able to trash anything yet. Well, 6 just got the first trash of the game. So let's see, 1, 2, 3. So actually, Rainbow Chalice has 4 of the 5 saunas, which does mean that they will have an easier time of drawing with Avanto. Like while 6 would require ports or ironmongers to draw with Avanto, because of the limited action space.
Yeah, Avanto should be pretty good draw. I mean, Envoy is too.
So yeah, 2 more trashes for 6 here, so they're up 3-0 on trashes, which is alright. But now Rainbow Chalice can catch up, so that's nice. So 3 here, not a lot. Now Caravan Guard does do some stuff for Peddler here. Second silver seems fine, albeit unexciting.
Yeah, Caravan Guard silver is kind of close for me. Caravan Guard gets you a little bit of, well, I guess it gets you an action in play, but for Peddler, but you don't really ever want to be buying Peddler because there's a lot of better stuff to buy.
Right.
So it's kind of close.
I think you just try to pile Avantos here for Rainbow Chalice, win the split, or try to at least. And then later buy 1 or 2 envoys, and you'd probably be able to draw deck at that point. And then how do you audible into greening? Maybe do you play with dismantle after a little while? Like you can dismantle something.
I certainly want dismantle because it's pretty much your only extra gaining unless you go for Tactician.
It's just getting golds with dismantle. And you can once the silver sauna trashing has run its course and you don't really need silver anymore, you can trash silver into vagrant gold, I guess.
Yeah, and you can, if necessary,
exciting, but
you could trash that into the vagrant and into copper gold if you still have a silver to trash the copper with. So
right, yeah,
getting a dismantle and kind of getting to 1 province per turn doesn't seem too difficult.
Yeah, do you just trash both coppers here and grab the dismantle here, Like, I'm not seeing what else you really want. Maybe it's time for Tactician? It seems a bit too early
really
before Dismantle.
I can't really see Tactician being better than Dismantle.
Right.
Like, I would not buy a Tactician in this spot, but I don't know. Maybe it's worth it, but you're pretty much just getting a Peddler on one turn. Or
Yeah. They also opted not to trash a copper, play it, and then still buy an Envoy with 1 coin to spare. So RainbowChalice has to draw a Sona here to continue that turn. They should be able to, though. Oh, they did not. I guess they played 3 Sonas before the shuffle. Yeah, that's a rough one. And now they don't have Avantos in their current hand. But Masterpiece was bought. Oh.
very
4 silvers. That's a lot of silvers. I guess that's a gain. And then you can, like... Because it's food for Dismantle? I mean, if you're like, they did draw deck, but I'm not sure whether they can reliably draw deck, especially when adding 5 treasure cards to it.
Yeah, I'm not seeing them buying Dismantle here. Okay, please, why aren't you trashing your coppers?
Right.
Yeah, gold duchies with Dismantle kind of gives you a little bit of more threat than single province.
Right. Like 6 also keeping all their starter cards. Yeah, especially if you already have 4 silver, there's plenty to buy province every turn, so you can like trash everything but 4 silver in your draw cards. That makes you more reliable.
Yeah, I've seen this a few times in these sort of games where the players they get province and then just forget to play the silvers first and keep all their coppers.
That autoplay button is a huge quality of life upgrade, but it does have its downsides.
Yeah. So I don't think Peddler's better than Port or Dismantle there for RainbowChalice.
I agree. Like, you don't really need the economy. Like, you've got 8 coins in your deck, and you never need more than 8 coins in your deck. So yeah, it seems like RainbowChalice is falling behind here quite a bit. You could also just buy Quest, right? Discard 6 cards. Like, just gain a gold instead of a Peddler, if that's what you want.
Yeah.
Phantom Hair is very good. Yeah.
Gold's better than Peddler in this sort of a game.
Right. But it seems to be like RainbowChalice has to. Yeah, I'm not sure if there's a line available for RainbowChalice where they end up with the victory. Like, you have to.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe this just buy Dismantle, and then hope to like do gold duchy stuff a couple of times and hope your opponent mega duds a couple of times, but your opponent mega dudding like 3 turns in a row doesn't seem like it'll be happening.
Yeah. Okay. Dismantle is just a lot better than Duchy there because Dismantle can gain you Duchy and you can be getting 2 Duchies a turn that way. If you
you can like even if you're thinking I don't want to lose the gold, you can just dismantle the gold into Duchy and then like draw back to your gold that you gained after the dismantle.
Yeah.
Now I think with only 1 province remaining, there's no way out here.
Yeah, has no dismantle. The opponent probably will not dud here and probably will hit 8. So
I just take loss.
Deciding to just
commit honorable seppuku. All right, so
it's
that's
one more game.
Right. Fine. All right. Yeah, it's the finals. The finals is a different structure than the rest of the tournament, which might chip you up. But
funny that the person who would lose is arguing for another game, but there's a.
I don't think they would get away with it with 8 spectators, 9 currently. So
yeah.
Anyway, so that does mean it's match point for 6. And it seems to be a pretty interesting kingdom for match points. With inheritance on here. Although no village facts. So single terminal.
Walled village.
Oh,
Walled
never mind.
villages of
I'm my apologies. I'm like totally blind. Apparently, in this entire match, this entire commentary. Yeah. So there's walled village. So it's definitely not a single terminal kingdom. Like there's a lot of draw with like archive, seer. Can also probably draw a bunch. And then there's
like
displays or swamp hag as your terminals, possibly falconer. I don't really see a lovely opening either way. Maybe just silver warehouse. Like if you want to get a bunch of the 5s, like you don't really want to open walled village. I guess if you're on a 3/4, you can open guardian 5 cost, but then you have the downside of having a guardian in your deck.
Right. I would lean towards double silver opening and kind of just hope for a lucky inheritance. But
I guess guardian does protect against hack for later in the game. Excuse me. And you can you could open guardian displays and displays your estates into stuff to make you able to buy inheritance and just later just buy an estate to get them back.
Or displace a copper into an estate.
Also works, yeah. That's probably better.
So I think displace with estates and inheritance is really good because you turn your estates into, or you turn your coppers into actually useful cards.
Yeah.
And
you probably inherit walled village, I imagine.
Yeah.
I don't see really any good other targets. And then you have a bunch of you just take some draw with archive and then have a bunch of terminals. Maybe play 2 swamp hags every turn to lock your opponent out.
Yeah.
So both have a seer.
And seer plus.
Ooh, that's a very good seer hit there.
Plus inherited estate also draws really well if you have a lot of estates. Seer inherited walled village should draw deck. You displace a lot of things.
Right.
At least. And I don't know if you ever buy pilgrimage, maybe once, kind of early to get an extra seer and displace.
Right.
If you have a spare or
there's no other plus buy, so the only other gain is falconer or noble brigand if you count that, which I don't really. It was a gain this game though. Alright, seer, help me out here. Try to hit 7. I think you have to go for it. Oh, there was a warehouse.
6.
Oh, that's tough. Yeah, you have to having to discard bad cards into the shuffle and then trigger the shuffle is kind of rough. I think
the only way that works is if you manage to inherit the estates and then they're not so bad. But now it's just you can't inherit for another 2 turns at least.
Right. So 6 gets to displace their silver into probably another seer, or maybe copper into a state. There seems fine.
Yeah.
And then I think I want some more swamp hags. Some more seers to draw deck and then get some swamp hags. They go for a second displace, which also works.
Yeah.
Yeah, second displace seems pretty good. Actually.
Super good. I think I want 4 seers, 5 seers.
Yeah, and a bunch of displaces also seem good.
Yeah, you can displace silvers into displace and then draw that up, get another displace.
Yeah.
Exile something into silver and then get your silvers back and then keep displacing. Yeah.
Play a bunch of walled villages, then play a bunch of displaces, and then you can seer to draw all the silvers if you want, or all the other things you put into your discard by exiling or from exile. Yeah, Rainbow is still not being able to hit that crucial 7 cost. So seer first, yeah. To 2 coppers, which is enough.
There you go.
Alright, so we got there in the end.
little bit late again.
Yeah.
Does an inherited estate.
I assume so, yes.
Your estates
become the action, and they're also still a victory card, so... Yeah, if you click on it, it's an action victory card, so...
There, just
Alright.
proved it.
6k just knew that we were talking about it and thought to themselves, let's show them. Right, taking a curse in a province. Curse is a bit awkward in that you can get rid of it, but like, you can just displace it at some point into an estate.
Yeah. Noble Brigand is just not doing anything.
No.
Well, discard some stuff there, which will just get drawn again. And obviously you don't want coppers, so like it's just kind of a minor annoyance.
Yeah, but as soon as you have enough displaces, you can just like displace. Like if you get thin, you can just displace them into estates, and once stage 1 you can like displace them into guardians, then draw guardians with seer, and then like move the guardians up the chain. So even after stage 1, like the coppers aren't stuck there in your deck.
So here they can do the react thing as well.
Yep, very nice. Probably get another state.
And you can just, I mean, yeah, silver for a guaranteed province. Warehouse is good.
Oh, I thought they were out of actions for some reason. In this mono Bolt Village deck. Yeah, I like Warehouse. I like it. And you can like displace the province into... I guess you don't really need gold for provinces, so...
I would have preferred another seer there to just keep drawing. The Falconer, I mean, once you start playing 2 Falconers a turn, you don't have any... you don't have anything else to gain besides other walled villages, which, with all of those in your deck, you don't really need any villages or anything. They're just kind of a neutral card. And
2 more states.
Yes, getting a 6 cost, so getting a gold or a prince or something to exile into a province, to double province on this next turn should work out for 6k.
So you can draw both Falconers, play 1, gain an estate, trigger the other one, or can just like
gain like a warehouse or something.
I mean, you don't really need to trigger the other one, but it's kind of cute for 1 plus action, but like you really don't need plus action here.
Gaining Brigand just doesn't make much sense.
Yeah, and you also don't get the buy effect, but not that that's really relevant here. But...
You could exile province to gold and Noble Brigand to gold, and then you have 2 golds to exile next turn. But it was just kind of... I mean, a state would have been better, I think.
mean, they're currently at 7 coins plus Noble Brigand, so calculate it. I guess then they don't play 2 displaces, which is probably better. I guess Noble Brigand is a action attack. Yeah, but like you don't need to trigger your Falconer there because like you've got plenty of actions. Like triggering your Falconer there only saves 1 action, which is not that relevant. So your province double estate. It's okay. Like to get some more points.
Still no threat of double province.
No, only 1 swamp hack's been gained, but I guess like I guess swamp hack isn't that relevant because like it only triggers on buy and not on gain. Like you can just like use displaces to like circumvent the swamp hack attack.
Or you could buy Pilgrimage or something, but at this point Pilgrimage doesn't do much. You're not likely to buy it twice.
I guess you can take it here over pretty much nothing. Warehouse, I don't know. Yeah, I guess, if you're not buying, like, you're not planning on hitting fewer than 5 any other time, so might as well just get something that actually improves your deck rather than a nebulous, slightly more efficient increase in deck quality later with Bookmatch. Yeah, so I think you have to
go for
Dutchy here, yeah. Dutchy province. Although your deck quality is behind your opponents, it's like just like going with the greening. Do I like double
I don't
Dutchy here?
understand
I don't think
why
I don't
they
think.
exiled silver instead of province. I was gonna point that out.
Oh, right.
I mean, Seer doesn't draw province, so
right. Yeah, province.
silver is money.
Yeah.
So it's kind of an odd decision there.
Yeah, I also think it's fine to get a province in there instead of a duchy. It's like longer this game goes on, I think you're just gonna lose. So if you get a slight points lead and maybe like take your opponent by surprise by piling, but like now you don't have points lead, and there's still 3 provinces. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, 6k has the extra displace as well, so.
Yeah. But no way. I guess they have to play 2 displaces and draw back to it to be able to like turn a forecast into province, which they are able to. But I think in RainbowChalice's seeds, you kind of have to assume that your opponent like will win. Like the likelihood of your opponent winning with a bunch of displaces goes up the longer games goes on. So I think I want to just like try for a Hail Mary. Hope that they don't hope that they have some suboptimal turns, and just try to lower provinces to end the game. I don't see you winning if it goes late.
Yeah, RainbowChalice has to just hope for a dud, and 6k is not even letting that possibility happen. Not taking the province in case of a dud, I'm assuming, so that theoretically RainbowChalice could get 2 provinces, like one this turn, one next. And 6k is just hoping to draw up the displace in gold in order to just win on the multiple province turn.
Right. It should be quite likely to work here. Should draw both those. Displace province into duchy. And then I guess at this point you can't even afford province, so you have to buy it. Yeah, you have to go.
Might need another displace. I don't know.
Maybe if you're not getting points, then
I think you need a gold.
I guess
because I think you need to give yourself a double threat.
Right. But if you're going for the double threat, then you don't need an immediate points lead. So I might have rather seen either displays. Yeah, probably just displays or Seer, maybe even. I don't think Seer runs the risk of the pile out, because your opponent only has 2 displaces and 1 gain, so. Alright, so there's a chance if RainbowChalice manages to find displaced gold and their that's right. No dice. So you just have to hope for a dud here, I assume. It's by province.
Buy duchy, and hope that they can't double.
Do you not buy province there? And just hope for a full dud.
I think I mean, it's pretty easy for 6k to buy province.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I get it. They have a single province here already. we just have to find their gold and their they have a double. Because again, it's like they could even like Falconer for silvers. Gold and Spencer Brigand. Whoa. Got him. So I guess
that's why.
Yeah. So
this one's off. This one's off duchies now, so
right.
It doesn't really matter anyway.
But then you need a third pile, right?
Oh yeah, right. I guess you're not quite there.
There's no way to, like, even Falconer cannot gain. Like Falconer can't gain a thing to gain a 5 cost. Maybe a half AP. I guess if you gain 3 duchies, you're at 41. The opponent can gain 12. Yeah, so the opponent can only gain a losing tie. Yeah.
Yeah, if you
it's actually 43. It's 43. Sorry.
If you get 2 duchies in a province, it's impossible.
That's also works
to get enough points.
Yeah, 3 duchies is also plenty because there's no alt VP on this board. So
unless they decide to buy a bunch of swamp hags and they 6k duds every turn and decides to buy curses and stuff.
I mean, 6k can just do nothing for the rest of the game. Okay, duchy.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the match. So pretty quick one, a clean sweep by 6k, and 4 games within the hour. So let's wait for the game to end properly. So funny enough, 6k would have been able to dot here, still is, but
still has a chance.
Yeah, the dot is too little, too late for
still alive.
Yeah. These warehouses, man, they're doing work. All these green cards.
Yeah. with all the junk that's in the deck now. Okay,
they're actually really thick. But this is just double Falconer for double silver, and then just buy province is good enough.
Or this might be just play until you draw everything. I don't know what they're doing.
You can just buy Seer is also enough, yeah.
Seer or province, it's in hand.
Rome can be reached by a multitude of roads.
There we go.
No brigands. Oh, really? They're drawing it out. Right, the game has ended in a victory for 6k. So they are the small games champion for this season of small games. Congratulations to them. Thank you for watching, everyone. Thank you for the commentary, Minionpawn. Much appreciated.
Yep, I enjoyed it.
And as Shannon mentioned, if you enjoy playing the Minion against similarly skilled opponents, then there is small, medium, and large, depending on your ladder rating. So everybody can play, everybody can win. And as mentioned, thank you for watching, and perhaps I'll see you in another video. Goodbye.